Ye are the children of the Lord your power. Ye shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness upon between your eyes for the dead. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all the nations that are upon the face of the earth.
That's plain. All right, so cutting yourselves, that's going off, and doing that, that's demonic, man. That's demonic. What's that? Is it Mark chapter 6, or is it chapter 4? Where the guy that had demons on him when he was cutting himself. And the graves and stuff.
Mark chapter 6 or 5. Legion?
Yeah, about Legion. That nigga said he had Legion on him. No, it's in Mark. It's in.
I got it.
Okay.
I don't know what to start at.
Start out
At 1?
Start at 2 and read down to 5.
Mark chapter 5 verse 2. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out the tombs of a man with the unclean spirit.
Yeah, among the tombs. All right. And it's not ironic that many of these churches that they have stationed around your hoods, where our people dwell at, the mass majority of them, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, is around burial grounds, man. And burial grounds is unclean. All right, and it carries, it's a bunch of unclean spirits around there, man. All right. I wouldn't be surprised these niggas be doing seances and shit up in them damn graveyards, man. All right. And if you go to any church that have graveyards in the back of it, your damn pastor's a he's dealing with narcomancy, all right? Invoking dead spirits, man. When he talking about he got spirits on him and stuff, you feel the power. He invoking dead spirits, man. He's a damn a witch, man, a wizard. The Lord gonna put his ass to death too. All right.
Who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains, because he had been often bound with feathers and chains. And
so he had like what, handcuffs? All right, you see, like when they bring prisoners into the courthouse now, they have them with the chains on their wrists, chains on their feet, that long chain that connects the whole thing, and they moving like that. He was able to snap that stuff off of them. And it wasn't steel, it was like probably iron back then, because that was during the time of the Romans, so they had uses of metals and stuff. And he was breaking that shit off, man, because he had them demons on him, man. Keep reading.
And the chain had been plucked asunder by him, and the feathers broke in pieces. Neither could any man tame him. And always, night and day, he was in the mountains and in the tombs crying and cutting himself. And cutting himself with stones.
With stones.
And that goes today. You know, you got people cutting themselves with the knife.
Mm-hmm. Razor blades and shit. Them people got demons on them, man. All right? And it's also, that goes back to the religious worship of Baal and Asherah. So any of these churches, these people in the churches getting teased for Tammuz and all that shit, they worshiping Baal and Asherah, man. Because you got the account, what's that, First Kings, I think it's chapter 17 or 18, when Elijah versus prophets of Baal. When he had the competition with them, they was cutting themselves. I know it was there. I can read it for you.
First Kings chapter 17, verse. He raised the widow's son.
Nah, that's when he
fed my ravens.
Nah, when he battling the false prophets. Oh, it's chapter 18. Start at verse 19 and read down to verse 28.
First Kings chapter 18, verse 19. Now therefore sent and gathered to me all Israel unto the Mount Carmel, and the prophets Baal 450, and the prophets of the groves 400, which eat at Beelzebub's table.
Jezebel's table. All right, Jezebel was a Canaanite. She was of the sub-tribe of Canaan, the Zidonians, okay? All right, and she was the wife of Ahab. He was an Israelite, but that nigga was following the ways of Baal and Asherah, okay? So when it said the 450 prophets of Baal, all right, that's what you people engage in these churches, all right? That's the worship going back to the worship of the sun, all right? And then the 400 prophets of the groves, that's going back to the worship of the Queen of Heaven, all right? And this was talking about the Latin tribes, okay? Which you Latinos and Native Americans, you highly into the worship of the sun, all right? The Queen of Heaven, okay? Tammuz and all them other idols and stuff. That proves that the Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites. For you simple ass niggas that keep bucking up against that, man. And the Lord's gonna do away. He gonna do away with you simple ass niggas that keep teaching that madness, man. Keep reading.
So Harab sent unto all the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together unto Mount Carmel. And Elijah came unto all the people and said, How long have ye between two opinions? If the Lord thy power be if the Lord be power, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him.
Yeah, so basically Elijah, which he was a Gadite, a so-called Native American at this time, all right, in this incarnation, he was a Gadite. He basically faced the people. He said, who you gonna worship? You gonna worship the Most High God of the Bible, the God of Israel, you gonna worship Baal. So it was a challenge. Keep reading.
And the people answered not a word.
Yeah, because that's what our people do when they get confronted, all right? If they gonna worship the Lord or they gonna keep in their madness, they get silent. Keep reading.
Then said Elijah unto the people, even I only, remain a prophet of the Lord.
Yeah, because they was killing all the prophets back then, okay? Anybody that resisted Baal and Asherah or the worship of that, or confronted Ahab, the king, or Jezebel, she had them put to death, okay? So Elijah was on the run, okay? All right, keep reading.
But Baal's prophets are 450 men.
Yeah.
Let them therefore give us 2 bullocks, and let them choose 1 bullock for themselves, and cut it in pieces, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under it.
Yeah.
And I will dress under another bullock, and lay it on the wood, and put it on no fire under it.
Yeah, that was part of the competition, the contest that he proposed. That whoever's God was able to light up, put fire to the sacrifice, that was the true power. All right, keep reading.
And call ye on the names of your powers, and I will call on the names of the Lord, and the God that answered by fire.
Yeah.
And let him be the power. And all the people answered and said, It was well spoken. So Elijah said unto the prophets Baal, Choose ye 1 bullock for yourselves, and dress it first. For ye are many.
That's all right.
And call on the name of your powers.
Yeah.
But put on no fire under it. And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from the morning even unto the evening, saying, O Baal, hear us.
Now these are what your modern day church pastors are, man. All right, which them pastors know they running a hustle, right? All right, but their pride kicked in because they was confronted, and Elijah knew they God wasn't real. He knew that, so that's why he made them go first, so Israel will all see that these guys are a bunch of clowns, and that's why these pastors and these priests and cardinals and bishops and deacons of these churches and Catholic institutions won't come and do battle with us, man. Because we'll put their ass to shame. Because they're a bunch of false prophets. And the Lord gonna do away with all of them, man. And it should be clear to these Latinos and Native Americans that go to the Jehovah Witness Kingdom Hall or they go to the Catholic Church, that's not the place to go. Because the priests And them teachers, they constantly being revealed to be a bunch of darn pedophiles, man. All right? And a bunch of